Hello everyone, I'm Brandolyn, and regardless of what happens tonight or tomorrow, Coastal Carolina's baseball team is another example of smaller Division I programs being able to hang with the big boys. And of course, the Chanticleers aren't satisfied with being competitive. They have to get the bats going tonight in Game 2 of the College World Series against Arizona. The Wildcats blanked CCU in Game 1, 3-0 last night. One more loss and the season is over for Coastal.
There's no doubt in any of our minds in there that we're going to win the next two. We've had our backs against the wall, this whole entire postseason. I just think that we're going to come out even stronger and better tomorrow.
First pitch is set for just after 8 p.m. Pat Summitt changed women's basketball forever, so on the day of her passing, many are reflecting on the former Tennessee head coach's contribution to the sport and her amazing accomplishments. She died early this morning at the age of 64. She was suffering from early onset dementia, Alzheimer's type. Summitt turned University of Tennessee into the first superpower of women's hoops, winning a record 1,098 games, the most at the Division I level for men or women. And she led the Lady Vols to 8 national championships. Even after she was diagnosed with the disease in 2011, she guided Tennessee to one last SEC title in 2012 before retiring. College of Charleston Athletic Hall of Fame member Joan Cronin, who is Tennessee's Director of Women's Athletics during much of Summitt's success, spoke about Summitt's legacy. And current CFC women's head coach Candace Jackson told us about meeting Summitt when Jackson was a teenager.
And a car pulls up and it's Pat Summitt in the car. And she starts talking to me and just asking me questions about, AAU team and how I'm enjoying camp and everything. And that experience, that kind of solidified me as a Pat Summitt fan for the rest of my life.
When she was diagnosed with this disease, she looked me, she didn't give me the stare, but she looked me directly in the eye and she said, "Joan, I thought I was going to be remembered for winning basketball games, but I hope I'm remembered to make a difference in this disease."
We will hear from Low Country resident and national TV analyst Debbie Antonelli and USC assistant coach Nikki McCrary on Summitt's passing tonight at 11. Another loss in the sports world today. One of the top defensive masterminds in the NFL, Buddy Ryan, passed away at his home in Kentucky today. No cause is listed. He was the defensive coordinator for the Bears' Super Bowl championship team in 1985. The current Panthers head coach Ron Rivera was a linebacker for that squad. Ryan was a head coach as well, leading the Eagles to the playoffs in 1988, 89, and 90. He has spent a total of 26 seasons as a coach in the NFL. He was 82 years old. Back to baseball, where Hanahan's Malcolm Van Buren will not be going to North Carolina State. Instead, he told us he will sign with the Royals and start his pro career. The All-State pitcher needs Tommy John surgery to repair a torn muscle in his pitching elbow. Kansas City took him in the 31st round of the draft earlier this month. And finally, the Citadel wrestling team will get a chance to win a conference title at home for the first 2 years. The Southern Conference Championships are moving from Asheville to McAllister Fieldhouse for 2017 and 2018. The Bulldogs have hosted the SoCon tournament 9 times, with the last one being in 2009. And that's going to do it for sports, but don't sprint off just yet. There'll be more right after this.